Hey all, Paul Morey here. Today I'm bringing you the Maintenance, Construction, Transportation Unit membership meeting highlights and President's Report. This was from our last meeting dated February 22nd. I'll start right into the President's Report with a few announcements. Region 1A will be holding a grievance handling class Saturday, April 1st. The time of that is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at the region in Taylor, Michigan. We have information if you're interested in taking that class. Contact the committee room, your committee man. Get a hold of one of us and we give you further information if you're interested. And I'm sure it's online with the regional website as well. Secondly, Region 1A will be offering a retiree scholarship. This will be for 2023 high school seniors. It's going to be available to children, grandchildren, and if you happen to be a legal ward of a child of a UAW member in Region 1A, you must be a 2023 high school graduate and have been accepted to a college or trade school. Again, we also have information in a packet that you can receive in the committee room. Contact one of us in the room or your committee man will get that to you. I do want to say the deadline for completing the entry will be April 28th. 2023, and again we have a package in the committee room if you're interested to take part in that. As you know, we had the UAW International Runoff election, and I got a personal note from the Executive Board of Local 600, and this is actually a thank you, and I'm going to read it real quickly here. This came from Bernie Rickey and the team. To all of us who carry on the tradition of Local 600 activism together. Local 600 scored the highest number of members, active or retired, to vote in this recent Union National election. It was the highest among all UAW locals. Over 6,000 people voted. And I just want to say that this was a great effort, and it reflects on what we are and how strong of a local we have. We need to carry on that tradition. We're facing some tough times ahead with negotiations coming up. And I just wanted everybody to know that the local reached out and wanted to thank us personally for the effort that we put forth as a unit and as a local. I'm very proud of that. There will be a special convention March 27th through 29th. This is a kickoff to the national negotiations, and our delegates from the Maintenance, Construction, Transportation Unit will be Brian Matthewson, Rich Simone, and Justin Miro. And that'll be at Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. And again, that's March 27th through 29th, 23. I did want to mention, we had put out a schedule for the entire year's membership meetings at Local 600. We're doing those in person again. We did have a conflict for this month's meeting. So we had scheduled a meeting for March 15th. And I just want everyone to know we're going to postpone that meeting. And we're going to hold that on March 22nd. That's Wednesday, March 22nd. Again, that'll be at 6 a.m., 7:30 a.m., and then 2 p.m. And I just want to make sure we'll get some more notifications set directly out there to you on that one. Other than that, I'll get right to the President's Report now. I guess I'll start off with Rev C continues to onboard additional skilled trades. Ford UAW just approved 8 electricians and 4 industrial truck mechanics. And I just wanted to note that the mechanics were added as an answer to a grievance we filed regarding outside contractors working without authorization. So we did win the grievance. We'll be getting 4 new industrial mechanics. They've also agreed to a payout of a grievance, the monetary part of it. And additionally, we're going to provide training to the Dearborn Truck Plant industrial truck mechanics on the hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. The tugs and the high-lows in the new Rev C plant are energized by hydrogen fuel cell. So we wanted to make sure our people took on that work, and that was a big win for our team. And actually the grievance was $77,000, so we're proud of our team for putting that together. Rev C is slated to transition to an AWS schedule. They're going to go to the 7-on, 7-off, the 4-crew pattern. Crew selection by seniority will begin on March 6th. And then they will give us official notification on March 13th. And the new schedule is intended to be implemented on March 27th. Current production downtime should not affect the timing of that. So far, and as always, things could change. Obviously, we don't know the future completely, but the plan is for those trades in the Rev C to go to a 7-on, 7-off schedule by March 27th. DDMP, even after reverting to a traditional 5-day schedule for the mechanical trades, in an effort to resolve some ongoing overtime equalization, overtime scheduling issues, it's been a hot mess over there. I got to be honest. I know a lot of our people at DDMP have been contacting us. I just want to assure everyone that we're working through this. We understood this was going to be a little bit of a problem moving forward. We did win 2 grievances for overtime bypass that equaled $200,000 that was shared between the electrical and the millwrights because of violations of the contract with regard to equalization. So I just want people to know we had a win. We wanted to make a point. We got that far. We don't think everything is going to be solved right now, but I just want you to know the effort from our team is to make sure that we get that get that whole process back on the rails, as it were. So more to follow with that, and I appreciate everyone over there who's been contacting us and giving us great information. We can't do this alone. We don't work in a vacuum, so it's really important for the people on the floor, the people in the trenches, so to speak, to come in and let us know what's going on, and then we're going to work to try to resolve that ongoing issue. And we do understand it's a problem over there. Okay, so the January 2023 Heritage Department bumps are finalized. We did have to delay some of the moves to allow the new hired people to get acclimated to their areas before we can move everybody. Unfortunately, management decided to go rogue on us and do some moves and hold back some moves. So I just want people that are involved in the Heritage moves to be patient. We're working through all the details. I know there's been some rough patches here, but it was a lot of churning, and whenever that happens, we have to try to do it incrementally. And we had a plan in place. We thought it was pretty solid. Again, management got in, stuck their fingers in the pie, and it seems to have caused some hardship for some of our members. We're resolving all that this week, and everybody should be moved within the next, I would say, within the next 2 weeks. And beyond that, Department 8061 remains on 710s as a steam elimination, and the completion of the Rev C building continues. Vehicle operations staff are now expanding their level of involvement at the Rev C with the equipment. So we'll stay on course with carving out as much work as possible for our trades, for the building trades, and obviously 8061. And as always, our members' input and information is vital to us achieving the goal. So the more information you share with us, the more we can do to make sure that we protect our jobs and our work, particularly with that big expansion at Rev C. And then lastly, I want to say that we finally have a date for our retiree, annual retiree party that we've not been able to have for the last couple of years due to COVID restrictions and not being able to use the local. So the date we've come up with now is April 26th. That's a Wednesday. More details for the party will follow, but I just want to assure people that we're moving ahead with plans for our annual retirement party. I'm really happy that we're going to be able to do that again and honor those people that gave so much dedication to our unit and to Ford Motor. Please look out. We're going to have a raffle coming up to help fund some of that expense, so we'll be putting that out, information within the next week or so. Beyond that, I just had a couple of committee reports that I want to mention. Ed Thompson from Benefits asked to relay this information that anyone getting ready to retire within the next year, possibly waiting for the contract, needs to start planning 5 months in advance. It's been taking a long time for several people. In some cases, there are certain things that need to be in place before you can retire. So see Eddie in the benefits office, reach out to him, and he can work you through the process if you have any questions. But absolutely plan ahead on that, because there's been some holdups in getting all that information processed. Another note he wanted to share was he would ask that our members be careful when we get mailings. I know we get a lot of mail and handouts, and people throw a lot of it thinking it's just junk mail. But the company and our benefit providers, they send out literature periodically. It might be a survey about who's on your coverages. It might be who your beneficiaries are. Just be careful to look out for information coming across. Make sure you read it. Some of that stuff is time sensitive. And we've had cases where people actually lost coverage for their family members because they didn't realize things were being sent, whether it had to do with medications or coverages. just make sure that you read things that get mailed out to you. It's important to follow up on that. Please ensure that beneficiaries are in place. Visit myfordbenefits.com or call the NASC at 1-800-248-4444. It doesn't hurt to go on there every so often and confirm your coverages and to make sure that all your beneficiaries are up to date. And lastly, for benefits, the UAW Ford Legal Services offers drafting of wills and trusts, and it's usually no cost to members, so they don't handle everything legal-wise. They won't go to court for you. They won't get involved in heavy disputes, but they do provide some services that are free, and I would urge you all to take advantage of the Ford Legal Services. And they can be reached at 1-800-482-7700. We currently have, this is from the JAC office, 91 total apprentices. Our 2023 allocation right now is 12 apprentices, but I will say that we're pushing that number even higher. So we have some agreements in our language that talks about direct hires from the street that are non-apprenticeable trades. We get a one-for-one apprentice for those hires. So we're working through that and trying to expand our apprentice footprint on the site. And I just want to say that I appreciate all the efforts from the JAC team. They're doing a fine job. With that, I want to thank everybody for what you do every day. I assure you that we're here for you. We're working hard. And if you need us, make sure you get a hold of us. You have our numbers. Come see us in the committee room. We're always willing to listen to whatever issues you have. And I want to thank you for what you do and tell you all, please be safe out there. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Good day.